Hey there, welcome to my farm and to my kitchen. My name is Rachel Ballard and this is the channel where I teach you the best, easy, comfort food recipes so that you can cook more from scratch in your own kitchen, ditch some of those boxes in the drive-thru, and eat more wholesome whole foods. Today we're going to be tackling an absolute staple in every kitchen, something we should all know how to do, and that's homemade chicken stock. It's the base for cream of chicken soup. It's the base for some of our favorite casseroles and our favorite soups. And some of the store-bought versions are just not what they need to be. So I'm going to teach you how to make it, make a big batch, have it on hand whenever you're ready, and it'll be there to use. Let's get started. Here's what you're going to need to put your chicken stock together. Basically, this is so easy because you don't have to chop anything or peel anything. The flavors that are all going to come from using the whole parts of the ingredients. So I have fresh parsley here with the stems on. I'm not going to take those off because we're going to strain this at the end. It doesn't matter if it's there. A couple of carrots, huge ones with their skin still on. A garlic clove that still has his skin. Some fresh rosemary, a couple of bay leaves, and a couple of good heaping teaspoons of salt. You can control the seasoning in this, so just do whatever suits you. I have a red onion back here, skin still on, and some celery, and then I have some pepper. And then in my big pot back here, I have the bones and skin from a 6.5 pound chicken. Now, if you've roasted a chicken lately, that's the best thing to use. You can look right up here and check out my roast chicken video, and you'll have this ready to go. So, could not be easier. We're going to just put everything in the pot. I'm just going to dump it in here. I love it when you don't have to peel anything. You don't have to chop anything. Just drop her all in. Then I am using a half a gallon of water here. Now I am not going to use tap water here, and I would suggest that you don't use tap water either, just because you want this to have a really nice fresh flavor. And if you use tap water, if yours tastes like mine, it's not going to be that good. So I'm using just some bottled water here just to cut down on all that extra. So half a gallon of water, just enough to really cover what I've got in this pot. Gotta see where I am. Get that all in, and we're going to put the lid on, and we're going to bring this to a boil, then reduce it to a simmer, and we're going to cook it. I'm going to put some pepper in here. You can use whole peppercorns if you've got those. I didn't feel like taking this apart to get them out, so I'm just going to crack some fresh pepper in mine. So onto the stove, lid on, bring it to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, and cook it for 2 to 4 hours. You want to draw the flavor out of everything, so a low, slow cook is going to be just fine here. Skim it. You'll have occasionally some foam that'll kind of come to the surface. Just skim that off with a spoon, and when it's all done, we'll strain it. It's been 3 hours since we simmered our stock, and it's all finished. And what I've done is line a strainer with some cheesecloth, and I'm just taking my ladle and going through here, and one little ladle at a time, filtering it through. And if you want to use just the strainer, you can do that. You'll just get a few more bits and pieces of your stock in there. Once this cools, I'll put it in the refrigerator, let it cool completely, and then I can skim off any fat if I want to. And then I'll ladle this up into 2-cup measurements into a Ziploc bag and freeze those and have these ready to go anytime I need them. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, you can do that right here. And you can watch another video right over here. See you again soon. Bye.